There's a new stud in town. What'd you hear about him? Well, they said that he's big and strong and good looking.
Gotta get your act together.
Harder, stronger, harder, stronger, harder, stronger.
Hairy, sweaty, macho.
Real physical strength. He'll never stop.
Here's something you need to understand about getting a great physique. More, definitely not better, unless you're talking about effort. People, mostly people without success, by the way, equate the amount of time in the gym or the amount of exercises they do with the amount of effort that they put in. And the reality is that they are inversely proportionate. Beginners, they often get their intensity or their sense of it from cumulative volume. Advanced lifters and people who get the job done get their intensity from effort on each and every set. Early on, many lifters, myself included, haven't yet developed the coordination, the strength, and the technique needed to extract a lot out of each movement. And don't forget that although it's not exactly a complex skill, strength training is in fact a skill. As those qualities, all of them, improve, the exercises become far more demanding and they subsequently become far more effective. 47-year-old Mike gets so much more out of a set than 27-year-old Mike ever did. And 17-year-old Mike didn't get much out of that set at all. That's why advanced lifters, they don't abandon the basics. They typically double down on them. Focus on getting stronger at foundational movements, okay? Improving your technique and apply progressive overload over time. This is how you will reach success. Write down those sets, write down those weights, write down those reps. Try to do better every time. The truth is, a simple program done extremely well will outperform a complicated program done poorly every single time. What's marketable is often very complicated programs, and subsequently, you do them poorly. The adage of don't train harder, train smarter, it's really only half true. In reality, you kind of want to do both. Go from a young grunt who's filled with piss and vinegar into a seasoned Special Forces sniper. Work is not directly equivalent to effort, and effort is not directly equal to work. You can do a lot of work by doing a circuit of random exercises put together, burpees and kettlebell swings and whatnot. But you most likely won't apply a lot of effort. You can apply a ton of effort in a high intensity program without doing all that much work. I know this sounds confusing, but listen, a lot of people early on, especially in their lifting and training career, they misunderstand this. Intensity, it's not always that hard, and things that are super hard are not usually very intense. How can that be? Well, in fitness, these two, they have a unique and they have a disparate meaning. 20 rep squats, for instance, that's about as hard a thing as you can do. Really, it's just so freaking hard, but they're technically not very intense. A 3 rep squat with 90% your 1 rep max, or a 40-yard all-out sprint like you're at the NFL Combine, okay? That's about as intense an activity as you could possibly do, but neither of those is all that hard. CrossFit, okay, that's a perfect example. Most CrossFit workouts are so fucking hard that you almost can't believe it. You can't wrap your head around it. But because they're so difficult and often combine an assortment of energy demands in like a random fashion, you're actually incapable of eliciting much intensity. When you want to develop your aerobic base, when you want to develop power endurance, when you want to develop hypertrophy, when you want to develop strength, work on those exclusively and focus on those. Mixing things up often makes you perpetually mediocre at all of them. Okay, even though you feel like you're accomplishing more. That's all right? Like, subscribe, give me a 5-star review if you can, because it really does help me out. And make sure, if you want more specific help, you check out all the links in the profile for my Patreon and my ebooks and all that fun stuff. And in this crazy mixed up world that makes you think that nobody cares, remember, I do. Be good.